Right now, somewhere near you, there is a clock. You don't have to look. You already know what it's doing. Tick, then another, then another. It feels like the most certain thing in your life. Time is passing. You are being carried out of a past you can't return to, through this exact moment, toward a future that hasn't arrived. You can feel it happening as you listen. But here's the strange part. In 400 years of looking, physics has never once found that moving moment. It has found clocks, motion, heat, aging. But the flow itself, the sense of being pulled forward, is the one thing nobody has been able to locate. And the harder scientists look, the less it seems to be there at all. Isaac Newton put the old feeling into physics. He believed in absolute time, a master clock standing behind reality, ticking at the same rate in every corner of the universe, whether anyone watched or not. Underneath every watch and calendar, there was one real time. For 200 years, no one had a reason to doubt it. Then a young man in a patent office asked a question so simple it sounds like a child's. What does it actually mean for two things to happen at the same time? Einstein pictured a train. You're standing beside the track as it races past. The instant the middle of the train reaches you, lightning strikes both ends at once. One flash far to your left, one far to your right. From where you stand, they're perfectly simultaneous. But someone sits at the center of that moving train. While the light races toward them, the train carries them forward, toward one flash, away from the other. The light from the front reaches them first. For them, one strike came before the other, and neither of you is wrong. There is no hidden, correct answer behind both of you. No master clock leaning in to say what really happened. You're at the same time, and theirs are both completely real, and they don't match, which means the universe does not have one shared now. Your now is not the universe's now, because the universe may not have one to share. At first, this sounds like the clocks are just confused, but they aren't. A clock moving fast genuinely ticks slower than one sitting still. A clock high on a mountain ticks faster than one in the valley. The GPS satellites over your head carry clocks that tick at a different rate than the phone in your pocket. We correct for that difference every second, ignore it, and within a day your map would place you on the wrong street. So time doesn't just pass, it bends. Two people can start in the same room, travel apart, return, and have genuinely lived through different amounts of time. One is slightly older, not because it felt longer, but because they carried different amounts of time in their bodies. And once you accept that, the old picture quietly falls apart. If everyone carries their own time, and no single cosmic moment ticks for everyone, then what exactly is the present? You feel the present is special. The past is gone. The future hasn't happened. Only this thin, glowing edge called now is real. But if two people can disagree about what's happening now, then now can't be one clean line slicing through the whole universe. And that led some physicists to a picture that's hard to sit with. What if the universe isn't a river flowing forward at all? What if it's a block, a single, finished, four-dimensional shape, space and time fused together, all of it simply there? In that picture, your childhood is not gone the way you think. Your last day is not waiting up ahead the way you think. They're both just places, locations in the block, as real and as fixed as the room you're sitting in. You are not a thing being pushed forward through time. You are a shape stretched across it, a line. One end is the moment you were born, the other the moment you die. And every version of you, every birthday, every ordinary Tuesday, every person you'll love is sitting somewhere along that line already. From the inside, it feels like flowing. From the outside, there may be no motion at all. Just the whole thing, complete, already drawn. This is the block universe. This is where almost everyone draws the wrong conclusion. They hear this and say, then time is fake, an illusion, none of it is happening. That's too simple because something is clearly happening. Eggs break and never unbreak. People grow old and don't turn back into children. You remember yesterday, you don't remember tomorrow. There's a direction running through everything you experience. So where does that arrow come from? The answer, strangely, may not be time at all. It may be entropy. Forget disorder and think of it simply, how many ways something can be arranged. There's exactly one way for a glass to sit whole on the table. There are countless ways for it to lie shattered on the floor. So things drift, always, from rare arrangements toward common ones, and almost never back. That drift is the arrow. The universe began in an extraordinarily rare, ordered state, and ever since, everything has been spreading out from how it started. To remember, your brain has to leave a physical trace, a mark. Making that mark spends energy and changes the world, exactly the way breaking the glass did. That's why you remember the past, and not the future. Not because the past is the only real part of time, because the past is the side with the records, photographs, scars, fossils, tree rings, a name carved into a desk. The past isn't simply behind you, it's the direction covered in fingerprints. The future has none yet, and that's why it feels open, empty, waiting. But that leaves the strangest question. If the flow isn't really out there, why does it feel so completely real to you? Your brain was never built to show you the universe as it is. It was built to keep you alive inside it. It doesn't hand you raw reality. It builds a usable version, a simplified screen you can act on fast enough to survive. Color is part of that screen, and time may be too. Your brain takes change, memory and prediction, and stitches them into a single moving story. A before, a now, a next. That story isn't a lie, it's a tool. You need time the way a traveler needs a map, but the map is not the land. The now you feel may not be a feature of the universe. It may be a feature of being alive. Some physicists, working where gravity and quantum theory meet, suspect time may not exist there in the familiar way at all. What may exist instead is relationship. This changed compared to that, this event connected to that one. In that view, time isn't the stage the universe performs on. It rises out of the performance, like temperature. A single molecule has no temperature, it's just moving. Temperature appears only when countless molecules move together and something steps back far enough to feel the average. Maybe time is like that. Not an ingredient, a pattern. One that appears only when the universe is seen from a distance, by something with a memory, by something like you. And that doesn't make your life small. It might mean your life is one of the places where time actually happens. A clock doesn't experience time, it only counts change. A rock doesn't grieve that the past is gone, but you do. You feel time because you are the rare kind of thing that keeps records of what happened, uses them to imagine what's coming, and calls the thin space between the two now. So, is time real? The clock is real. The aging is real. The change is real. The memory is real. But the single flowing present you feel moving through everything, carrying the whole universe along, that may not be real in the way it feels. There may be no master clock, no cosmic now, no invisible river, only events and relationships and records and minds like yours, gathering them into a story. So go back to that clock near you, the one still ticking. It was never measuring the universe sliding past. It was measuring the distance between who you were, who you are, and who you are still becoming.